does not seem so strange. I'm sure there are many people with similar experience, but of course I am leaving something out. I mentioned the unrest in my song. I know it intimately. When I was young, I was visited by something unlike anything else of this world. It was an ephemeral, ghostly thing. I called it a divine spirit, for I had no better word. Leaving something out. I mentioned the unrest in my song. I know it intimately. When I was young, I was visited by something unlike serene peace was born on the world. It was an ephemeral, ghostly thing. I called it a divine spirit, for I had no better word. Serene peace was born on the for I had no better word. Serene peace was born on the
How curious. You are mortal, but your steps resound with a burden greater than any one mortal might ever hope to bear. More curious still is your presence here. The great scale is not idly moved, nor is my reverie broken without cause. What is your purpose? And so I am finally exhumed, but Bizarane is not the King of Sorrows from whom I hoped to draw summons. Indeed, I know the location of the Sorrows. They were never meant to be retrieved, but neither were they meant to be exploited. Before I go, I must request that you rouse my counterpart, Kael'rod. The ages have sent our paths together. I will not break it now. A penance of sorts. Long ago, Kael'rod and I served the Weeping King. Of tenders and delvers, we were the first. But the Weeping King soon left this world for Ashara. And when he did, the house stopped serving death and began serving the court of winter. That was not what we followed the Weeping King for. So we came here to contemplate death. It is what the Weeping King would have intended. When we first came to this place, we vowed we would not see each other until our contemplations were complete. I thought that day would never come. As I was on one side of the scale, you will find him on the other. I will leave this cell and wait for you to find him. Goodbye. You have come.
Sorrow precedes you, mortal. It is almost enough to shift the great scale on its own. It has been centuries since my reverie was last disturbed. For what cause are you here? What could a mortal possibly want with me? I have heard of your work in reaching Amalur. If she wishes to aid this King of Sorrows, then I will echo her approval. But learning the location of the Sorrows is not merely answering a question asked. More than knowledge will be needed to reach the Sorrows. We will meet her in time. You must be patient, mortal. Very well. And so the eldest look upon each other once more. It has been some time since I have seen Amalur mortal. For that I am thankful. But Bizarrain will need more than knowledge to reach Sorrows. He will need a key which lies in Senshir, the hollow of the Weeping King. That is correct. It is a difficult thing to ask of a mortal. A Fae would be better suited to navigate the hollow, but time is fleeting. But you will not perform this task alone. One of us will aid in recovering the key from Senshir, and the other will instruct Bizarrain on how to reach the Sorrows. It falls to you to choose. Not for your end goal. Both of us are familiar with the Weeping King's Hollow. But I wield magic, and Alarrain her Fae blades. It will be a hard road, mortal. We can complement your skills, or bolster them. Let it be so. She will accompany you to Senshir, and I will return to the House of Sorrows to instruct Bizarrain on how to claim the Sorrows. I wish you luck in your task, mortal. Keep well after Alarrain. Very well.
Then we leave Kelrod to the instruction of this King of Sorrows. It is perhaps the best choice. It is suited to him after all. I will shadow step to Senshir and wait for you there. We must move quickly. Goodbye.
And mountainside, through the hollows and green meadow, through the summer, winter, day and night, through the hallowed halls of seasons and song, through the vengeance, pride, and sorrow, echo the footfalls of the Greaves of the Fabled.
Blessed Lyria, I know you. That's right. The last time I saw you was when you dangled from the Baelor like a drop of spittle on a Bolgan's chin. Mercy, the hero of Mel Senshir. Let me guess. The army has you out here on a special mission? Me, I'm just trying to live through the... Really? You know where we are, don't you? This is the Kaled Coast, land of the Alfar Lords. You really don't know, do you? This land is home to many mysteries, and they're a collection of frond-leaf dolls. Very rare, very valuable. Legend says they were lost in the invasion. I'd go out. You would do that? Legend says that the dolls were last seen in Lady Ancella's hand.
Hello. Don't be afraid. I know who you are, and this is a safe place. Welcome to my camp. I am Captain Droon Ancilla, great-great-grandson of Clary Ancilla. Unlike the Tuatha, I am a gracious host. Please, come, warm yourself. I've fought countless battles and survived an interminable siege to return to my native land. But taking my place on the throne will not be. I speak of the famous Seal of Ancilla and the verdant blades. My father's royal medallion. I was hoping you'd volunteer. As for the key, her name, if you can convince Hilared to give... Goodbye.
You there. You must help me. There isn't much time. I'm the last one. The others... My name is Finn, General Finn of Tilera's army. My men and I were part of a unit called the Arya. We were securing the dungeons of Castle Ancilla when it happened. A band of Tuatha marched in and claimed... I tried to get us out, but we were surrounded, trapped. You're a brave soul. Warriors like the gates to Ancilla are chained and defended. Find Private Gottlieb. See you soon. Head for the pipe.
hunter runs. The hunter runs. Swiftly, swiftly for our lives. A mortal skirt of chain. A mesh of links forged in secret. The hunter runs, in the chausses of the Fey Hunter.
Wait! You're not going to tell anyone about me, are you? Not that I've done anything wrong, mind you. I just didn't have the will. Private Elia Madmere reporting for duty. Oh, listen. I've got some useful skills to trade if you're willing to keep my little secret hushed. Lockpicking for your silence, or gold. See you!
Death is part of the soul.
Run! By the gods, it was horrible. He killed them all, and nothing could stop him. It was Dren, that freak who guards the House of Pride. He told us to leave, but we thought we could beat him. He's just one Fey, and not even a Tuatha, but nothing hurt him, and he slaughtered us all. The worst thing was, he seemed sorry to kill us. We'd heard the legends of Dren the Bloody, unbeatable defender of the House of Pride, but you know how Fey are with their stories. We were going to be the ones who beat him, and opened the path to Alabastra for the army. We were going to be heroes, you know? Then Dren told us to turn around or we'd die, and gods help us, we didn't turn around. You can turn around and run, like me. Like the gilded ghosts of youth, the curving plates of Fey-like scrolls decorate the life's guard of this impostor. It says, "I am like you, Fey Spirit," and shimmers with a brilliant gleam. This cuirass of the Fey Hunter.
Turn back or die. That's what all invaders say. You have 5 seconds to leave my house and homeland. Turn back or die. You have 5 seconds. Turn back or die. You have 5 seconds.
At last, you come, and we can recover the key. I knew the Tuatha had taken hold of Cluricon, but I never thought it would be like this. When I last walked here, it was a solemn place, but beautiful. Kind Fae tended to the corners and halls. Now, but we cannot dwell on what has transpired. Goodbye. So you have gathered all the votives. Then we may continue onward to the next trial we must face, the Crying Eyes. When we reach them, then I will tell you more on the subject. Goodbye. The way is clear. Come, let us press onward. There is still another challenge to overcome. Before we can reach the key, we must bypass the Crying Eyes. Then the key to the Sorrows will be ours again. Goodbye. Here, we have reached the Crying Eyes. When this hollow was first shaped, those statues did not weep. But now they weep for all eternity. They alone guard the way to the key. You must approach them, mortal. They will show you the way forward, if only you answer them. Goodbye. You have come. You have come. That is the key to the Sorrows, mortal. It is perhaps not the sort you are used to, but that is certainly it. It is a branch of the ancient and wizened tree whose roots touch this world and Ashara, the plane of magic to which all Fae belong. It is a branch of the gallows tree. The Sorrows take the form of the gallows tree in both realms, and this branch creates the bridge between them. Come, let us ferry it to Bizarane. Goodbye. gilded ghosts of youth, the curving plates of fey-like scrolls decorate the life's guard of this impostor. It says, "I am like you, Fey Spirit," and shimmers with a brilliant gleam. This cuirass of the Fey Hunter. It was good that the key was recovered, mortal. Bizarane waits for it, and I would see no more ruin brought to our people. Goodbye.
Stories of your kind's hastiness seem to have been exaggerated. The key to the sorrows awaits in Senshir, not with me. Very well.
Greetings, Siegebreaker. Although there is much that must be done, I have time to talk. Farewell.
Speak. You have the key to the sorrows. That was well done. Indeed, everything you have done is more than I could have possibly hoped for. My reliance on you to this point was never my initial plan. I only needed Katarok dead at the hands of someone else. But when I learned how willing you were to hound the Tuatha, I saw you would rise to every occasion. You became my faithful instrument. How could Saturnin have eluded the minds of so many for these long years? Simple. He was a ruse. His existence was fabricated. While all eyes watched for Saturnin, another was free to wage his war, namely me. All for the glory of Gadflow and our god. When you killed the Baelor, I saw an opportunity to end the house and the mortal armies simultaneously. You became my road to a perfect victory. You mean, why not announce my intent in a more obvious and boorish, or shall we say, mortal manner? I had to have the sorrows, but they were lost. It took years before I even learned of the eldest, much less their location. To reach the eldest, I needed this house to die. To do that, I needed a rebellion. To do that, I needed an assassination. To do that, I needed you. Your ignorance of Fey culture, meaning your intonation, made you ideal. You lacked the context others might have used to expose me. But there is more. You are the hero of Mel Senshir. You may not admit it, but you are a symbol to mortals, a rallying point for their armies. Who better to be the blade that I used to kill the Alfar? Who better to destroy the House of Sorrows? It makes my triumph complete. Perfect. True, I do not share the face of my brethren. As I explained to Gadflow, it was a necessary part of the plan. I have not worn this mask without sacrifice. Too long have I gone without feeling the warmth of Prismir or the love of my god. But soon this will end, and I can take my rightful place again. You threaten me with death as though it is some great finality. We might both testify to the contrary. I will excuse your inevitable resistance, but if you have any sense, then you already know that you cannot reach me nor follow me. We part ways here. Find comfort, at least, that you will be long dead before the sorrows flood the minds of your mortal armies. Mercer will cut you down here. Farewell.
No, they're gonna kill the elders.
You survived. For better or worse, I know not. The house is in ruins, the eldest lie butchered, and Bizerain has betrayed us to the Tuatha. He must be denied. For our honored sorrow, our broken pride, our due vengeance. He cannot be allowed to use the house for war. He is at the birthplace of summer and winter, where the Weeping King first pooled the anguish and decay inherent in all winter fae, Ashara. It is the plane from which all fae descend when they are reborn, and to which they return when they die. I fear you may have had enough of secrets, but here is mine. I am the Weeping King reborn. Bizerain needed a key to reach the Sorrows. I do not. I did not always know. When you went to Damelrock, I meditated beneath the gallows tree, and a part of me that had long slumbered awakened. It makes sense now. Why I could practice delving when all had lost the art. Why I can commune with sorrows. Be it fate or chance, we must take advantage of this. I think that as the Weeping King, I can bring us to the Sorrows in time to stop Bizerain. Please, mortal, the longer we leave Bizerain to his work, the more dangerous it becomes for all mortals in these lands. If you must prepare, do it quickly. I will await you here. We must hurry.
Lyria, it is the hero of Mel Senshir. Care to take a look at my wares? Another time, then.
A journal? Let me see. He speaks of a brother and thank you, champion. This book has brought me some small measure.
A new day has dawned for Mel Senshir.
Well, you bent me over the anvil right proper. Give them hell.
New day has dawned for Mel Senshir.
There is little time to waste. We must follow Bizarane if we're to... He is at the birth. It is the plane. I fear you may have had enough of secrets. I do not know what will happen if I attempt to bring you into Ashara, but you have a strong will. That alone may save you. Bizarane has a head start on us. However short, it is likely still enough. Be on your guard. We must hurry. You have a strong force of will. Stronger than I felt possible. I have never heard tell of a mortal that could stand in Ashara. But we are here. I can recall now, vaguely. I walked this place before, and shaped the ground. Bizarane will be there, but he has prepared himself. This barrier keeps us from him, and there are other magics at work. The tree in the center of the space, the inversion of the gallows tree that you've seen in the midden, that is the form of the Sorrows. The midden is the cradle of winter. It is connected to this realm, where the winter fae descend from. Yes, we can. I can sense the conduits the magic follows, and there are weak points, nexuses of energy that we can exploit. But Bizarane is no fool. He will not leave them unguarded. And I feel strange presences. There is something waiting, mortal. Something dreadful. Bizarane is correct in that he can manipulate the magic of this place, but the barrier is strong. But it feeds off nexuses of energy, and those are vulnerable. We must destroy them to... We must hurry. We must be quick.
We meet again, mortal. Can I truly be here? Standing before the Sorrows? I remember... No swords. Fire. And then... nothing. But he brought me back to fight you. I cannot... I can't. I'm sorry, mortal. So sorry.
We must be quick. We must be quick.
You dare tread here. A mortal dare shows himself in the sacred lands of the House of Sorrows. I have been dead a short time, and already I learned so much since he raised me. You are the cause of all this. Bizarane relied on you for his plans. Because of you, the house is dead.
We must be quick.
Finally, you have come. I must admit, I did not give you credit when last we faced each other. And now, I am here. My master has raised me to protect his labours, and I will oblige him. You may have bested me previously, but you will not do so again. Perhaps if I take your head here, my master will have faith in me once again. Shall we find out?
We must be quick.
And so you have finally reached me. I have waited, mortal. The longest of any I have waited. And now, Bizarrain has raised me against my will to be part of his design. I sought to stop him. I found the plan he had conspired, and I fled the house, for I knew not what to do. But I could have stopped this scheme. And then you came and killed me. And now I am a puppet to his will. He cannot be stopped, mortal. Bizarrain cannot be stopped.
We must be quick.
You have slain what vestiges of your past I could conjure, and the barrier has fallen. So now, we are here. You think your presence here can stay my spells? The last words have been uttered. You are too late to stop me. You are 1,000 years too late to steer me from the path I have chosen. And now, it lays completed. But you may take heart, little mortal. For now, you and your weeping king occupy my full attention.
We must be... Bizarin may be dead, but the death blow is still his. The Sorrows have already begun escaping their seal. We need to act quickly, or this will all be for nothing. I must seal the Sorrows within myself. I do not know for sure. I will be forced to remain in Ashara lest the Sorrows break free once more. Whether I will live or die is unclear. But I cannot be afraid. It must be done. For the good of mortals. For the good of Fae. It is a noble sentiment, mortal, but you do not understand. They must be angry. But please, bear witness to this last act. Tell the world what happened here, how the House of Sorrows ended. We must hurry.
Turn back or die. That's what all invaders say. You have 5 seconds to leave my house and homeland.
Can't believe we beat you here. Sidon knows some amazing shortcuts through this place.
It is agreeable to see you, Siegebreaker. Cluricon can be, as the Tuatha have learned. We've made sure of it. So I did. We are the Bitter Frost. We have refused to bend knee to Gadflow or his god. The once noble houses of sorrow, pride, and vengeance have all... Until they're freed, the Tuatha's ranks will continue to swell with the faithful. Blind him, cut out his tongue, draw the venom from our land. Only then shall we be free. The Tuatha have built Prismia chantries across Cluricon. From here, Gadflow rallies the faithful, preaches the word of Tirnoch, and corrupts our land. You've already begun to disrupt. When this is done, we will take you to Ventrinio. Go now.
So few of the Winter Court left to stand against the Tuatha.
The mountain dawn awaits.
Stole the secrets of magic. And now they
Another dustling for the
for the whirlwind of
You struggle against the force of a simple army. How will you fare, I wonder, against the power of a god? Only a fool denies the power they can feel. She's been speaking more and more, and she has such interesting things to say about you. Soon, Tirnoch the Merciful will come to our world in person. Then we'll see whose life is a lie, and whose life is nothing but salt and cinders. Who dares to stand against Tirnoch? Strike her down and salt the earth of her grave. Nothing may live lest Tirnoch commands it. Try as you might, struggle as you will, you are deluded. There is no winning for you, only death. Yes, but death as you define it means little to us. The great soon she will be born into this world. You will witness her power.
Can you feel? Gadfro's voice has fallen silent in this land. The Tuatha are frightened and disorganized. They run. We owe you much. Our eyes are opened and our blades unsheathed. We are now free to press forward. And I can take you to an old friend who knows the next step. Yes, we will take you to his filthy tower on the island of Danistar. He hides within, and has not emerged in some time. I would like nothing more than to let him rot there. But he knows of a way past the sentinel of the House of Pride. But there will be more danger on the path ahead. Take these blades to prepare for whatever troubles you will face at his tower or beyond. Far to the southwest, there is a darkened tree by the Kaled coast. Meet me there, and we can walk the shadow to the gnomes. Aelin Shear will be waiting there. She was most insistent to join in whatever business you have with the Collector of the Dead. We will meet again at the shadowed tree on the Caelid coast.
The Tuatha are on the run. Good work. Plus, it's much more pleasant here without Gadflow bellowing at me from all corners. But enough pleasantry. Are you prepared for your reunion with Ventrinio? Just make sure he lives long enough to get us into Alabastra. Once that's done, it's none of my business. I believe our new friend has a disturbing path of living shadow to offer you. By all means, be my guest.
Make it quick. This island is a perversion.
I hope you're ready for this. I believe our new friend has a disturbing path of living shadow to offer you. By all means, be my guest. This island smells like death. Stay behind me. Whatever that gnome's been up to, it looks like he's made a few enemies in the process. I can only be glad he didn't turn out like clumsy fools. Just as Hughes thought, Ventrinio used the same wards from their old lab. This'll be quick. Follow me and be careful. The lads are coming from somewhere in here. This is no social visit.
The energy from the well of souls is overwhelming. Damn it! What's wrong? And why are there so many lads?
One step closer. Sounds like our rat is caught in a trap. I'm sure he'd be happy to help whoever saves him.
careful, or we'll get trapped up there too. Here's where we part ways. I'll stop the lads at the stairwell. You get upstairs and retrieve Ventrinio. I'll hold this staircase. Move!
A new source of power? What sort of nonsense is this? If anything had come in here, my detection spells would have... Wait. Who's down there? Show yourself! Damn it all! I don't care who you are. Get up here! I get for using all those souls. When you get up here, try not to look directly into the well. It can be a little upsetting. start to collapse. Took your time, gods damn it! Ever since the Balor was defeated, the chaos magic sent the well off its alignment. You show up, and now the Laz are... Wait. What? It's you. You're alive. But I saw you die. It was terrible. You were the best assistant I ever had. Who else could have helped me get into Alabastra? Who else had that ambition? We got more than enough Prismere, but you wanted to track down the power source, even if it meant sneaking right under Gadflur's nose. I spent days trying to recover your body, but I never expected to find you alive, or for you to return. Speaking of which, how did you return anyway? Of course you did. You went there to steal Prismere to power the well. You wanted to go after the source of the Prismere itself. You went off, geared for war, sneaking into Baal itself. You damned fool! I had a better chance of bringing you back from the dead than I had of changing your mind. But I wasn't able to do either. What? That's impossible. You were attuned it this way. You've never even set foot in his lab. Ha! Hughes is a joke. He doesn't have the stomach for this work. Don't try waking the dead if you're not ready to make a few corpses, I say. But the well is coming down around us. Quick! I've got to slow the energy and shut this thing down. And don't... Oh, damn it all. Here they come. Hold them off. The Laz are here. Hold them off while I try to stop the flow of energy to the well. Ignore the rumbling. Focus on the Laz. Anything we can salvage? All my work gone. Damn it all! But at least we're still alive. Once again, I triumph over death itself. Going back into Alabastra? Well, I still have a way in, but it's more dangerous now than the last time we went. I'll need more prisoner if I'm to rebuild the well. And I suppose I owe you something for saving my life. Perhaps this talisman can help you. It's a little something I salvaged from the debris. It might just help against whatever killed you the first time. We got in with a little help, of course. See, it's all because of Callus Dren, the defender of pride. In his house, no one can stand before him. None can even approach, unless you have my little secret. Patience, patience. You'll have it soon enough. I'm going to have to dig it out of the rubble of the tower. Go to the field of Huber, and I'll meet you there. And if you value your life, do not approach Dren. Get going.
I'll keep an eye on the gnome.
Don't go near Dren until I get there.
You took quite a tumble from the tower. The beacon of corruption is finally wiped from this island. Well done.
There's got to be a way through here. Any luck finding Ventrinio and his big secret? Aelin and Ventrinio together? I wouldn't turn my back on either of them, but I suppose we haven't got much choice. Speaking of trouble, here they come. This can't end here.
Sometimes one soldier can do what an An entire army kept... Not.
You haven't tried going in there, have you? No, of course you haven't. You're still alive. This took a little longer to find than I had hoped, but it should be exactly what you need. Dren had a twin in the Summer Court, Dith the Defender of Valor. They were both entirely immune to each other's power. She faded when the House of Valor fell, but my early experiments with the Well of Souls provided a quite useful little surprise. You see, when trying to draw life energy from the ether, I captured her essence and bound it into this charm. With this, you will be immune to Dren's power. Now be fair. Fae don't have souls as mortals do. They are a form of magic with a physical form. And I only got a little of it anyway. Just enough for a certain degree of immunity to Dren's power. It only works for one person, but it'll be enough for you to reach him. Trouble is, he'll be immune to your power as well. But I'm sure you can think of something. Now, go show that defender what a little magic can do.
Turn back or die. Then you shall die like the others before you. I made an oath to protect my house and my homeland. No power short of death can keep me from fulfilling my duties. They are both of our enemies, but that hardly frees me of my oath. They did not invade my home, but rotted it from within. I can tell you bear my sister's blessing. Regardless of our agreements, I am honor-bound to stop you. Enough. We could fight each other until the mountains wear away, but that will aid nothing. My sister and I were chosen to protect our kind. So long as our houses stood, the Fae would never pass from this world. I in pride, and she in valor. We never imagined that our houses could crumble beneath our feet. Mortals led to the collapse of my sister's house, but with Gadflow's help, they shall not have mine. He may taint pride with his Prismere and his obscene god, but it will keep us eternal. I cannot yield, but if your true intent is to stop Godflow, then perhaps there is a way my house and my honor could remain pure. If you would promise to spare the House of Pride, then we could put aside our powers and have an honest battle, win, and your army may pass. I thank you. Destroy the Tuatha in my house and the hateful witch knight Myrna. Then we can be free. Now release my sister's essence, and I shall relent my own powers. Let us face each other as equals, and see who is truly worthy of victory.
You did it! You actually beat him! Guess I owe Ventrinio a drink. A promise is a promise, and the Witch Knights of Pride would be powerful allies to have on our side. I'll send a few soldiers along to help. Meanwhile, I'll get the other troops ready to move into Alabastra once that gate opens. Get that gate open, and the army will be ready to go.
With you here, we can't lose.
Halt! Parley, and if you would be so kind as to have a word with us. I have been chosen by the remaining members of our house to speak for all. We were most honored by your intention to free us. We are in seclusion, so it's best to observe this situation without any unnecessary interference or risk to ourselves. I assure you, we will be more than happy to assist you in Alabastra. Simply carry forth and destroy Witch Knight Myrna, who has so commandeered our house, and her dreadful Prismere Chantry, of course. We are sure you'll have no problem finding her. We eagerly anticipate your success.
Well done, child of dust. You've killed the immortal defender and liberated a house full of arrogant backstabbers. I should thank you for exposing the disloyal amongst my kin. But then, I have so much to thank you for. Your bravado is nothing more than the mewling of an angry kitten. Each Tuatha you kill makes the goddess of mercy awakens. And with every step you take into my homeland, so welcome to Alabastra. It shall be the death of you once more.
We have seen our champion bested, our advantage lost, and our minds are cleared. Bravo to you, champion. House of Pride in our ineffable wisdom renounces the Tuatha and demands that you accept our immediate surrender. Your army is welcome here. We trust our benevolence will be well remembered should Gadflow be dethroned. We thank you kindly, and our mages have already been assisting your army in their march into Alabastra. We trust you do not object. Most excellently spoken. You have the commanding presence of a young Aegon, who once also bore the pleasure of our august company. Allow us to welcome you to Alabastra. We trust your visit will be eventful.
The House of Pride opened its gates and welcomed us as honorary champions. They say it's simple hospitality, but I suspect we have you to thank. Now is the difficult part. We can hold Cluricon, even push a little into Alabastra, but we don't have the forces to mount a siege on Gadflow. Alabastra is a maze of valleys. Gadflow's remaining faithful would spot an army moving together, and the valleys would be the death of us. But where an army would fail, the 5 of us can triumph. If we split up, we can travel faster and catch them unaware. We will at the House of Vengeance, on Gadflow's doorstep. From there, we strike at Bale, the heart of his empire. More than you'd think. But I promise I'll explain it all to you. Maybe once Gadflow's dead. I'll see you in Alabastra.
Praise Lyria! I thought you'd never arrive. Welcome to Camp Moondown. Are you with Captain Ancilla's company? We need soldiers, not heroes. Without help, still, any help is something. Will you lend a hand? Thank you. Without you, we could... That's a Tuatha now! Goodbye. That should give you a taste of what we've been up against. Tuatha see this camp as Thank you for your help. The tales of your courage, that I don't know. Fate has thrown so much harm. Tuatha took our healer. The weaponsmith ran off. They're camped on the land bridge to the south, but they're not going anywhere while the Tuatha hold Shadow Pass. If you rescue Colm, our injured could fight. Raiders seized him 2 nights ago. It was dark, but I'm... Goodbye.
Go! Get out of here! It's a trap! Gods, the hero of Mel Senshir. I'm so sorry to have led you into that trap. I had to forgive me. I've been wounded. Don't have the strength to care. If I'm going to get back to camp, I'll need a powerful healing potion. Do you happen to have one on you? That feels better. It will be a while before the full effects take hold, but the potion did its work. If you escort me to the exit, I'll meet you back at Camp Moondown. Move fast. I'm proof of what happens to those traveling alone. Goodbye. Thanks for all your help. Goodbye.
Hello. Colm is back? Great news! A healer will patch our wounds, but we'll need... I don't suppose you'd agree to help us again. Anella is a curious sort, impetuous, full of wild ideas. She talked a lot about the Whispering Caves, so that's a good place. Goodbye.
was counting on the Tuatha guards to lead me to the staff once I got out of here. Now I'll have to consult the grimoire and retrace my steps. Thanks for nothing. Very funny. What are you even doing? Oh, I see. The captain sent you, didn't she? Go back and tell her I'm not leaving without the Breath of Arbor. Come, I'll show you. What?
The pain, mortal.
What? Thank you, I suppose, for getting the staff back from those Tuatha. No point in keeping it for yourself. It'll only work for one such as me who can understand its whispers. Escort me to the exit where it is safe, and you can give me the staff there. What? Fear nothing, modern.
Hello.
You found the weaponsmith? Alive? And she brings with her a powerful magic? And well timed. The Tuatha are on the move.
Good work out there today.
Hello.
Good to see you.
Thanks to you, we might actually live to see reinforcements arrive. I only hope our forces in Shadow Pass. You could bring back the mercenaries. We'll need them if we are to hold a bit longer. Are you up to the task? They meant to desert. You will have to deal with their leader. Goodbye.